I'm Matthew Previtt. I'm a CPA here in Massachusetts. Since 1990, my firm has represented taxpayers before the IRS, the Mass Department of Revenue, and other state tax agencies. We are a small tax resolution firm that offers very personal service. Tax liens can affect you in a number of ways. Number one, they can hit your credit report after the tax lien is filed by the IRS or the Mass DOR or other state taxing agency. That lien is filed in the public record. And so that lien is going to get picked up by the three big credit agencies, and it's going to show up on your credit report. That's ultimately going to affect your credit score, which affects your ability to borrow money for a home or to borrow money to buy a car. With regards to liens and property, it also attaches to your house or any real estate that you own. So if a lien is filed and you want to sell your house, you're going to have to resolve it one of several ways. Either you're going to have to resolve the problem in a certain way so that you can get the lien released, or you're going to have to do a lien subordination or a partial discharge. And I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a house and it's got $10,000 of equity in it and you want to sell it, but there's an IRS lien. What we might do is apply for a partial discharge, and what that would do is the IRS would say, we're going to release the lien just against the real estate, nothing else. The lien still affects all your other property, but we're going to release it just against this one piece of property in exchange for the $10,000 of equity. And then that way you can sell the house free of the lien to the buyer. Another issue that often comes up is clients will have a lien against their house and they want to refinance to get their interest rate lower. And so the question is, well, what do you do in that case? Many times what happens is if there is a mortgage and then there's an IRS lien after that, and let's say there's no equity in the house and you want to get a new loan to refinance the mortgage, well, the only way for that new lender to get ahead of the IRS is to get an agreement, which is called a lien subordination, with the IRS. So that the IRS says, we'll take our lien and we will put it after the new mortgage company. Basically, liens are filed first in time, first in right. So if you have the first mortgage and then a lien and you got refinancing, the new lender would be third and the first one would get paid off. But that's not going to happen due to the order of things. So lien subordinations can effectively help you get ahead of the IRS as far as lien priority so that you can get the money you need to lower your interest rate. The other issue about liens that you have to keep in mind is the difference between a release and a withdrawal. A release is basically a document that says you've resolved the problem. You've either paid it off or you've compromised it through an offer and compromise, or the taxes run the 10-year collection statute. In those instances, once that happens, the lien can get released, and then that release is filed in the public record, and it essentially tells the world that the tax problem's been resolved. A withdrawal is something completely altogether different. A withdrawal is a document that essentially says you never had a tax problem. In the old days, they would issue these withdrawals if there was a mistake. Let's say you and your father had the same name, they issued a lien against you when it should have been your father. They would then correct it and issue a withdrawal. Nowadays, with the Fresh Start initiative, due to the economic downturn in 08-09, they are issuing withdrawals in certain instances. For instance, if you file an offer in compromise and you settle the tax debt, first you'll get a lien release and then you can apply for a withdrawal. And that withdrawal can be used to totally clean and expunge the lien off your credit record as if you never had a lien. So lien withdrawals are very helpful in a number of ways. Number one, to clean up your credit record, but also to completely eradicate the effect of any lien in the public record. Please give us a call to answer any of your questions, and if you'd like to set up a free consultation, you'll get to meet with me or talk with me over the phone, whichever you prefer, and we'll go over your situation, discuss your problem, what options are available to you, and give you some information to think about in making your choice for a tax firm. Call us at the number above.